Right? These are the graphs of the tangent and the cotangent, and they don't look like waves. They do look periodic. It does look like they're repeating themselves, but not necessarily like a wave. Right? So we will still be able to talk about shifts left and right. You can flip by putting a minus in front, but you're probably not going to talk about amplitude. In fact, you're not going to talk about amplitude, right? The only reason we talk about amplitude with waves is because they only go up so high. These go up to infinity and down to negative infinity. So we can stretch them with the A, but we won't be calling that an amplitude. Now remember, tangent equals sine over cosine. So wherever the cosine equals 0, you're dividing by 0, and you can't do that. So your graph is going to have a vertical asymptote wherever cosine would equal 0, right? Well, we know where cosine equals 0, right? Cosine equals 0 at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, right? And every pi after that. So here's pi over 2, vertical asymptote. 3 pi over 2, vertical asymptote. Right? Negative pi over 2, vertical asymptote. Negative 3 pi over 2. So these are all x equals negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, x equals pi over 2, x equals 3 pi over 2. Right? They have zeros. They have zeros where the sine equals 0. So sine equals 0 at 0, pi, 2 pi. And notice that they're repeating themselves not every 2 pi, but actually every pi. We kind of knew that, right? Because how did we find that second angle in the homework last night? Right? We added pi, or 180 degrees. It's actually only halfway around, and you're going to repeat yourself. So between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, we went through one cycle, one period, and then it repeated itself. So tangent and cotangent are different than sine and cosine. Their period is only pi, not 2 pi. Right, this is the cotangent. Again, cotangent is cosine over sine. So it's going to have an asymptote wherever the sine is 0. 0, pi, 2 pi, negative pi, negative 2 pi. And it has zeros where cosine equals 0. Pi over 2, negative pi over 2. 3 pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2. You know, I personally am not so aware of physical processes that just jumps out at me like, I know just what I can model with that kind of a graph. There probably are some. Maybe if you didn't use like the periodic nature, but there was just something that you know that like has that kind of a feature over a limited domain, then maybe that would work. It doesn't mean that tangents don't come up in science. They come up in science. No question about that. But it's not like a sine wave, which you can just picture what you could do with that.